this screen, camera on and off, as well as video game. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share, all that. Keep go ahead and go live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How you doing?
Spoken with the deputy who let me know. Where'd Miss Hingerty go?
I don't know why we only have audio in the right side. Full audio technical difficulties. It doesn't make any sense considering they're prosecuting a production house, a music label with producers, engineers, and all of that stuff. Somebody should be able to come in that mug and hook up their equipment. Turn this echo down a little bit. Nevertheless, though, this is my beautiful state of Georgia. This horrible, democratically ran government. It's all good though. Like I said, we'll watch this and play some games and go from there. See what's popping. This is my favorite game, Rage Shadow Legion, as of right now. Excited, excited, excited. I'm so excited. Just can't contain. I know, I know, I know, I know. I want you, need you. Hey.
All right, I've spoken to the deputy who had brought that issue to my attention yesterday afternoon, and he doesn't know it from any of the jurors saying anything to him. He had just observed it himself from checking on her page.
Thank you.
All right, sure, no problem. Is the jury ready? Okay, and do we have Mr. Sledge?
I think it would help if I learned how to spell correctly.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
And what's the second one? Not the Garlington one. It's definitely not that one.
Probably please save me sharing site.
Well, it definitely wasn't that. So there's another question because, can I see my thing again? I mean, I don't know how to search for it, but it's, I'm definitely Stevens is the first one and Kendrick is the third one. And it was what was in the middle. But
Yeah, turn that mic off. We don't want to hear all that jibber jabber chatter about nothing. About nothing. Podcast radio. Oh, oh. Pretty sure they'll, as they figure out or work through whatever it is that they're working through, they'll turn their mics back on. And I thank you, everyone that is watching, sending comments, and videos to watch and do live reactions. Appreciate it. This afternoon, excuse me, this evening, we got some live reaction videos to watch and go through. All right, the jury looks like they're coming in the courtroom right now. So any moment, any second now, we will hear sound coming from the courtroom, and we'll get this thing popping, yeah, on and popping. Beautiful. Okay. And alrighty. All right, look at old Adrian Love. She like the worst black lady. Oh shit, yeah, got him a different. He got him a white bitch today. Look at him. Oh yeah, got it. Yeah, got it. Is it yeah, got it, or yeah, got it? Oh my goodness.
All right. Y'all be seated.
Yeah, got him a white chick up there today. Close the door. My lady. Just screaming, being all loud and stuff. Come on, somebody. Alrighty.
All right, Miss Love, you can continue.
Stanky booty love. Banging
Good
out.
morning, Mr. Sledge.
Good morning.
Shut your ass up.
Yesterday, while we were talking, you said that, rather, did you testify that YSL was a neighborhood gang?
Sustained.
All right, following up on that.
Already starting off bad.
Did Thug's music career give the gang YSL any national attention?
Overruled.
No, his music didn't get a game. I said no.
Now, when you joined YSL, the gang, in 2012, would you tell the jury what things you did with the gang?
You keep making it seem like it's a game, Miss Love. It's not a game.
Not a game.
It's just a group of people that know each other. It wasn't like a game.
Are you saying that what you said yesterday regarding YSL starting out as a neighborhood gang is now something that you want to take
Basically,
back?
I missed the
You have to let me finish,
Okay.
okay? Are you saying that what you said yesterday regarding YSL starting out as a neighborhood gang is now something that you want to testify differently about?
No, what I really was saying yesterday, Miss Love, you know what I was saying yesterday, that we're not a gang. I explained to you yesterday why we couldn't be a gang, but we were some neighborhood people that hung together.
Is it fair to say that you considered yourselves a gang regardless of what the legal definition is back in 2012?
Overruled.
Backing out like that.
Well, he overruled.
Repeat it.
This judge is really working.
Is it fair to say that back in 2012, regardless of what the legal definition of gang is, that you considered yourselves a gang, a neighborhood gang?
Not us.
When you spoke yesterday about YSL starting out as a neighborhood gang,
But
at that time, did you consider yourselves being YSL in 2012 a gang, regardless of the legal definition?
you can say, oh,
I'm going to object to vague, regardless of a legal definition. I have no idea what the man's talking about, so I object to the question. That's before a vague answer.
Overruled.
You may answer.
could you repeat it?
Yes. When you spoke yesterday of YSL starting out in 2012 as a neighborhood gang, did you consider yourselves, that is YSL, a gang, regardless of the legal definition of gang?
I don't know why she's adding that part. And frankly, he testified yesterday already. So
All right.
let's move on.
All right. What types of things did YSL do together back in 2012?
Barbecue, hung out together, played basketball.
Was everyone that you hung out with YSL?
No,
How did you distinguish your friends who were YSL from the friends who were not?
like I told you yesterday, Ms. Love, anyone and anybody in the world can say they was YSL.
Back in 2012, how did you distinguish? Because just now, did you testify that all of your friends were not YSL?
I didn't distinguish because I didn't really understand in 2012 it was illegal to be a gang.
Okay. Mr. Sledge, do you understand that I'm not asking you about legal or legalities or legal definitions? I'm simply talking about your understanding. Do you understand that?
My understanding was just gang could be a group of people that hang around each other.
All right. And so how did you identify the friends of yours who were YSL as opposed to the friends who were not? How did you distinguish between those two groups of people?
I personally, I never, that was something I never even worried about, ever thought about.
Then why did you just tell the jury that not all of your friends were YSL?
You asked the question, I answer your question.
Okay.
All of them wasn't YSL.
How did you
Some
wrap?
of them never even, can I finish? Some people that I hung around would never ever probably say YSL.
Okay.
They
How-
probably didn't know the group of people that I knew.
What group of people made up YSL that you knew back in 2012?
Well, I wasn't around when it was made up. Certain people were saying it and I started saying it.
What did you do to rep YSL in 2012?
I really, you lost me because you saying rep is like broadcasting it.
Represent.
Yeah, nothing.
How did you identify yourself as a member of YSL back in 2012?
I didn't have to.
I don't know, Miss Love. I'm be honest with you, I don't know.
How did your friends who were YSL back in 2012, how did they identify themselves as YSL that you were able to see?
Some people just say YSL.
Is that the only way?
Well, to be honest, I seen people do the little handshakes and stuff that ain't, but that's just a handshake. That's just something that we go by saying, basically we love each other.
Did you use the word slapped?
Yes,
And what does that stand for?
I ain't never knew what it stand for, Ms. Love.
As far back as 2012, you were using it.
I never knew what SLAC stand for.
How did you use it?
When I see my brother, I'm like, that's love, SLAC. And hug you and keep going, however it go. I never used it like for the purpose of the harm and the thing or anything like that. I just SLAC. When I see my brother that I love, I say SLAC and keep going.
Did you ever understand it to mean slime love all the time?
No.
Okay.
I didn't come up with the word, so I didn't know it say that.
Okay.
I didn't know it mean that. I'm sorry.
Did you refer to yourselves or did you use the word slime in 2012 as a member of YSL?
I don't recall.
Do you use the word slime now?
Yes.
Okay. And when you use the word slime now, do you recall how long you've been using it?
What?
No, I don't recall how long I've been using it, but I see people right now that's not YSL, and I said, "What's up, slime?" It's just a slang word for the streets too.
Is there any reason that you would not have been using it in 2012?
No, I just don't recall if I used it in 2012. That's so long ago, Ms. Law. That's what? How long that is? 12 years or something, whatever. Yeah, that's a long time ago. To remember a word if you use it or not.
Okay.
It's a word.
All right. You said yesterday that Mondo claimed to have started YSL.
Go ahead. I thought you was finished. Go ahead.
And Your Honor, there is an echo. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
It's on this. It's echoing on this computer too. Yeah, it's this. I don't know.
Would Your Honor mind if I just muted it?
Yeah, that might cure it. Yeah. Hey, do that. Turn that around.
Oh.
Come around to where he is and do it. Oh. You're fine. You can
Okay.
stand. He's muted.
Go ahead. Thank you. My apologies.
The whole time, all they had to do was turn.
You said yesterday that Mondo claimed to have started YSL. To your knowledge, did a person by the name of Walter Murphy, who also answers to DK, ever also claim to have founded YSL?
I don't know how I knew Mondo because it was on the internet, but DK never ever said to me he started or founded YSL.
How familiar are you with DK?
I never really hung around him like that, but I know of him. Like, me and him didn't have a personal relationship to where me and him hung together every day. I seen him every day.
Okay. Do you know DK to be YSL?
I heard him say it.
Do you consider him a member of YSL?
I can't answer that question for DK.
I'm not asking about DK. I'm asking if you recognize him as a member of YSL.
No.
Have you ever recognized DK as a member of YSL?
I don't know if I could say what I wanted to say.
Say that again?
I said I don't know if the answer I want to give you, could I say it?
What, is it the truth?
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the
Okay.
truth.
So is it responsive to the question, have you ever considered DK to be a member of YSL? Is it?
No, you said something different last time. You said something like, did I ever notice or know of something was DKYSL or something you said. You switched it up.
Okay. Can you answer whether you ever considered DK to be a member
I said
of YSL?
no to that answer already.
Okay. And what about Trontavious Stevens, have you ever known him to be recognized as a founder of YSL?
I didn't know he was a founder, but I have heard him say YSL.
Is he one of the members of YSL that you recognized as YSL in 2012?
I think so.
Was that
Don't know, bro.
before a record label named YSL formed?
Well, by my knowledge, when I first heard of YSL, that's what it supposed to be, but it wasn't what you want to say legal yet, copyrighted yet.
What are you saying?
That was the whole attention. My understanding for YSL when he started saying YSL.
Who is he?
Stevenson. There was a couple of guys that rap. I don't remember all their names.
So when you testified yesterday that YSL started out as a neighborhood gang, and then later Jeffrey Williams formed a label called YSL, is that any different than what you're saying today?
No, I know Jeffrey Williams started a company called YSL.
Okay.
I know that much.
All right. And is that what you are referring to that you were a part of in 2012?
In 2012, yes.
You were a part of Jeffrey Williams' company in 2012.
No, he wasn't. Ms. Lord, come on now. I just said he wasn't. He was saying that our belief is when Jeffrey Williams started rapping, he was going to be famous. That was our expect. And then he started saying, I'm going to do a label called YSL.
When you refer to our, who are you talking about?
I'm saying when he talked to me about it, me and his conversation, put it like that, I'm sorry about me and Jeffrey Williams conversation, he was telling me he was going to do the label called YSL.
And was Jeffrey Williams the head or the founder of the group you referred to yesterday that started in 2012 as a neighborhood gang?
No, not that I know of. Not my understanding, not from my understanding.
Did Jeffrey Williams, to your understanding, have anything to do with that group that started as a neighborhood gang in 2012?
He used to be around, but I can't say, like, to be honest with you, I can't say that he probably was repping a game. I can't say that because he had been rapping for a minute. So I can't answer that question.
Do you know or can you answer whether Jeffrey Williams, have you ever seen him rep that group you talked about, the two guns stood for yesterday, sex, money, murder?
I don't think I was really like around. I probably seen it on a picture. I seen it on a picture, but I don't know if he was part of that because if he was, I wasn't there when he became it. So I seen a picture probably, I think.
Okay. Now, when you started out the answer just now, you said, I don't think I was around. What was the rest of that?
I'm saying I wasn't actually like, I knew him, but me and him like see each other in the park and stuff like that.
Yesterday, did you tell me that you had known, did you tell the jury that you had known him since 2009? That don't got nothing to do with me being around. Just because I know you, that don't mean I have to be around you every day to know you. That's what I'm saying. How often were you around Jeffrey Williams between 2009 and 2012?
Whenever I went to Cleveland Avenue and he was in the park.
And how often would you say that was?
I can't say because sometimes he wouldn't even be in the park. So I can't say that.
And DK, how often were you around DK during that same time frame?
I probably seen DK every now and then, but I wasn't never really around DK.
And whatever it was that you wanted to say about DK earlier.
The longest I've been around DK is when we was incarcerated in the same cell.
Okay. To your knowledge, is DK signed as an artist under YSL?
Not that I know, but I know DK used to rap.
And to your knowledge, is Tick signed as an artist under YSL?
Not to my knowledge, but he used to rap too.
Do you know Defendant Williams to ever have recognized someone other than himself as a founder of YSL?
No.
I want to show you what has already been admitted as State's Exhibit.
At
10
beginning,
Uniform Bravo.
the laptop has a camera, and so the camera was showing the jury. So I'm pretty sure some streamers are going to capture that if there was any faces or body figures of the jurors, and he turned that laptop camera around. Like later on this evening, we'll probably see somebody
All right, could we blow it up? And could we zoom in on the picture, the face? Do you recognize the person shown in 10 Uniform Bravo?
Yes.
Okay. Could you scroll up to the caption and make it larger? Make it a little bit larger.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Are you able to read the text at the very bottom of that exhibit?
It say YSL Slime Life Hated Baby, original slime slug.
Okay.
Him and I are the, I don't see nothing else.
Okay. Have you ever seen that post?
Yeah, no, since you showed it to me.
Prior to now.
Yeah.
You've seen it before now?
No.
Okay.
Just now. But anyone could have posted that. That don't mean like you, like somebody could post something on my account. That don't mean Miss Love can post. That don't mean I posted it.
Whose account do you believe that that's posted on?
I seen it say Thugger Thugger or something like that. But what I'm saying is, I have a daughter that posts on my account every day. What I'm saying is, that don't mean Mr. Jeffrey Williams is the one that made that post.
Do you know anything about his Instagram account or who makes posts on it?
I don't see
Personally.
Personally, like since I've been around, I don't seen a lot of like his secretaries post stuff on his page and different people share passwords and be on share pages. From my knowledge, that's what I know.
Have you ever seen him take something down that he didn't want posted on his account?
No.
So if someone posted something, he always just keeps it up there.
I don't know.
Dang.
horrible prosecution.
Now, do you still claim to be a part of the YSL that you said you joined in 2012?
I don't claim nothing right now but me.
When did you stop claiming YSL?
I don't recall what year it was, Miss Love.
Do you recall what you were doing or what was happening around that time?
No, I don't recall.
Do you recall what made you stop?
Some things you just outgrow, me, love.
What was it that you outgrew?
I outgrow ripping anything.
Now, when you say you outgrow repping anything, what exactly are you talking about?
I'm saying anything, neighborhoods, zone 3. I used to say all that, zone 3. I don't rep a lot of things, but I outgrow just doing whatever you do.
What made
That
you
don't have
outgrow YSL?
no personal reason.
You mentioned hand signs or shakes with YSL that you became a member of in 2012. Were you wiping your nose? Were YSL members wiping their nose?
I wipe my nose. I can't speak for anyone else.
Were you wiping your nose in 2012 as part of YSL?
I don't recall. That's so long ago, my Lord. Let's try to get on 2012. So long ago, I don't remember nothing from 2012. That's a long time
When did
ago.
your memory of anything from 2012 go away?
What kind of question is this?
That ain't. I don't know. I don't know.
Did you remember things from 2012 yesterday?
What the world?
No, you showed me, and I told you that 2012 that I was what you call. I don't remember nothing from 2012.
And did you talk with anyone about your testimony from yesterday?
No,
Did you ever rep Summerhill?
I used to be in Summerhill. My father from Summerhill.
Okay. Did you ever rep it?
Yes, when I was a child, when I was younger, I used to stay with my father in Summerhill.
Did you ever rep Nine Deuce?
Well, I never been 9 Deuce, so no, I never rep 9 Deuce.
Did you ever rep Crips?
No,
Did you ever rep Famerica?
Famerica.
Yes.
No, I never hung with Famerica.
Okay.
Where?
What were some of the, would you show the jury how it is that you wipe your nose when you said that's the symbol that you use?
I prefer not to wipe my nose, Ms. Lord. My nose not itching right now.
Do you only wipe your nose when it's itching?
Oh my goodness.
When it running too.
Is the only time that you wipe your nose when it's running
No, Ms.
or
Lord.
itching?
No.
Would you please then tell the jury when the other times are that you wipe your nose?
Oh my goodness. What kind of question is this? When I feel like it, bitch. Move on.
I just wipe you now.
Okay. And is that something that you were doing back in 2012 as a member of YSL?
I don't recall about 2012.
Thirsty, boy.
When did you start talking with Jeffrey Williams about YSL?
Mm-mm.
The year was 1924, approximately 6:38.
I can't really remember, Ms. Love. It's been so long ago, Ms. Love. We were all young. It's been so long ago. I can't remember when specifically when we had these conversations.
What were the conversations?
He was
Y'all
just
remember?
when he started rapping, he was just saying like, when I get famous, he used to say Lil Wayne was his idol. When he gets famous, he was gonna start, if it go the way it's supposed to go, he was gonna start his label called YSL.
Did he tell you why he was going to name it YSL?
No, he never told me that. But I actually knew what YSL supposed to stand for, Young Stoner Life, at the time.
Did you ever call it Young Stoner Life back in 2012 when it was a neighborhood game?
Yes.
Did you ever call it Young Slime Life?
Yeah, I said that too.
Okay. And when you were talking with defendant Jeffrey Williams about YSL, did he as well refer to it as Young Slime Life?
He never said that to me.
Have you ever heard him refer to it as Young Slime Life?
No.
Have you ever heard defendant Jeffrey Williams call someone else slime?
He don't call me slime before.
He has?
Yeah.
Okay. And who is it that he is, how does he use that term, to your knowledge?
I just told you, when he see me, it be like, what's up, slime? We normally don't do a handshake. He normally hug me and bump heads with me.
Okay. And when you spoke about working as head of security for the record label that is owned by Defendant Williams, how familiar were you with the record label itself?
How familiar was I with it?
Yes.
Well, I knew the manager and stuff like that.
Who was the manager?
He ain't on this trial, my love. I rather not say his name.
Who is the manager, please?
I know him by Geoff. Geoff.
Geoff?
Yes.
Do you know his full given
I don't
name?
I don't know his government name. I don't try to learn people government name. People that I know in this courtroom, I just learned their government name by you putting it on the document.
Did Geoff sign your checks?
We answered this question yesterday. I told you they sent it straight to my account.
Did you ever see a physical check?
No.
Did you listen to Defendant Williams' music that he made under that record label he talked to you about years ago?
I listened to his music way before he became up under that label, too.
How often do you listen to his music?
I listen to his music every day now.
Are you familiar with all of his songs?
A lot of them.
Okay. Do you hear references to Young Slime Life in those songs?
Yeah, in the song.
Okay. And how does he reference Young Slime Life in the songs that you've heard?
What you mean?
Just that.
Huh?
Exactly.
Could you repeat? Could you repeat it?
How does Defendant Williams reference Young Slime Life? How does he use it in his songs?
You gotta ask Mr. William that, because I don't know how he's represented in the song. I just hear him say slime in the song. He right there, you can ask him.
Now, when I'm speaking to you and I'm asking you about listening to his music, and you said that you did and you listened to it a lot, how have you heard it used in his songs?
I don't know, Miss Love.
Is it that you don't know or you don't want to say?
What you mean? I hear him say slime in the song. I just told you that. What other way you want me to say it? I'm telling you, I done heard him say it in the song, but I don't have a song refer in my mind that I could just say. I have to listen to it. I'm not good with, like, if the song not on, I might not even know the words to the song.
Do you remember any of his songs that you know the words to?
No, not right off the top of my head.
Okay. Have you ever heard Jeffrey Williams claim to have started Young Slime Life?
We already answered that question. I said I never heard it. He never said it to me. I don't know what he said to someone else. I said it to me.
All right. Are you familiar with a group called Raised on Cleveland or Rock Crew?
I heard about it, but I'm not familiar with Raised on Cleveland. I heard about the Rock Crew. I heard Jay-Z claim the Rock Crew.
Have you ever heard a Cleveland Avenue group refer to itself as Raised on Cleveland or Raised on Cleveland?
Raised on Cleveland.
Have you ever heard Raised on Cleveland referred to itself as Raised on Cleveland, replacing the C with a B?
Maybe.
Do you remember where you might have heard it?
Just in the streets, people said it, like on Cleveland Avenue. I don't hear it like. I know I'm not from Cleveland, so I can't tell you, but I have heard people say it.
Yesterday, you talked about meeting a number of people on Cleveland Avenue. So how frequently did you find yourself on Cleveland Avenue back in 2012?
I just told you I can't remember now from 2012 how often I used to be over there. I can't tell you that.
Do you remember anything from 2015?
Yes.
Okay. Did you go on Cleveland Avenue in 2015?
I want to say I stayed on Cleveland Avenue in 2015. Well, off of Cleveland Avenue. It wasn't on Cleveland Avenue.
And when you heard people refer to Raised on Cleveland, have you also seen it abbreviated as ROB?
No, I used to see ROC.
Okay. Have you heard Jeffrey Williams reference Sex, Money, Murder in any of his songs that he's made under his record label?
Yes, I think I heard in the song. I'm not for sure.
Have you heard any songs with lyrics ROB, SMM, now we YSL?
I don't recall that song.
Have you heard any song where Defendant Williams says slime thugger with it, slime DK with it, slime wicked with it, slack?
I most definitely heard of that song.
What's the name of that song?
I don't know the name of the song, but I know the song.
So do you recall that first line that I asked you about being a part of that same song?
You said me? Being a part of that song?
No.
Oh, okay.
The line ROB, SMM, now we YSL.
I never caught that part.
You never caught that part?
No, but I caught the part where you say what you said, slime, DK. I know that part.
Did we see a caption that you made under a post yesterday that said YSL won't fold?
Yes.
Is that also a line from one of the Defendant Williams songs?
I don't remember, but if on my basis it might be, I don't know.
Have you heard Defendant Williams referencing pick his ass off the balcony?
All music is entertaining, so he probably did say it in his song, but it's only entertainment. That don't mean what he rapping about in the song got to be something he doing.
Okay.
Anyone doing.
Did you understand me to be asking you about what he was doing or what
I'm
the
just
song
saying,
was?
that's what the song say, but that's your basic you trying to get at. I ain't retarded. I know your basic you trying to get at now.
Now, why do you suppose that you know my basis? Why are you answering questions in that way?
I don't know. I don't recall.
Do you recall hearing Defendant Williams referencing YSL, Wipe a Nigga Nose in one of his songs?
Yes, it's a song.
What did you understand that line in the song to mean?
I don't know. But my understanding, I just thought it was entertaining words, rhymes that go together. That's my understanding of it.
Okay. Now, have you ever appeared in any videos that were posted online with Defendant Williams talking about testifying in court?
You say a video?
Yes.
I've never seen me in a video with me and Jeffrey Williams talking about testifying in court.
Before yesterday, did an investigator, Lansico, meet with you, your attorney, and me outside of Fulton County several weeks ago?
Right.
And were you asked about a video that referenced testifying in court?
And I told you about that video.
What did you say?
That's Jeffrey Williams in the video. That's what I told you. You don't see me in a video.
Did I show you that video?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. I'm not for sure.
Did I have a
recall.
computer with me?
You did have your laptop with you, Ms. Love. You have a laptop and your phone with you.
Is it your testimony today that I opened up that laptop and pulled up a
I
video?
never said you opened it up. And of course, I seen the video all over the internet.
So
I didn't say you opened it up, but you brought it to my attention at the meeting that Jeffrey Williams and me in the video. And I told you, you don't see me in a video.
let me ask you this. Did the question come to you, are you familiar with the video? Or do you recall Jeffrey Williams' name being mentioned?
I don't recall. I don't remember.
Was it not you who said that wasn't me?
I still say it's not me. If you
And
can't,
did
I said it wasn't me because I don't see me in the video. So I don't know if I was there for the video or I wasn't. So I'm telling you it wasn't me.
When you said it was all over the internet, where did you see it?
I seen it on Instagram. It was on a lot of places when people showed the video.
When did you see it?
I can't recall when I seen it.
Did you see it since this trial started?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Have you been watching or listening to other people's testimony?
No. I knew I couldn't watch the trial. My attorney advised me that you can't watch the trial, so that's why I never got it on.
All right, I'm going to show you what has already been admitted, Your Honor, but the number is not on the exhibit. So we would, for the purposes of this examination, label it 447 Yankee. We will not be tendering two separate copies.
All right.
Could you just pull it up? Don't wait.
Do you know what the original exhibit number is?
That was what we were trying to get our hands on. That was what was not on the list of exhibits. I'm going to show it to counsel for the defense before I walk up to the witness, if anyone would like to see it. Showing you states 447 Yankee. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Is this the video that you were referring to?
Yes. I can hear what it's saying. Okay.
But you said you've seen it?
Yes, I've seen this video a long time ago too. Do you see me in the video? I don't see me in the video. I only see Jeffrey Williams in the video.
Okay. Your Honor, just for the purposes of this examination, not to tender it twice, we are tendering 447 Yankee, and we will ignite.
So,
Just so that I can have it.
okay, so it's in as an exhibit that's already been admitted once, under some unknown number, okay.
My apologies, Your Honor. We will rectify that and
Okay.
clarify it.
All right,
And so I'm now going to play the sound of 447 Yankee and the video for you.
So, nigga, a lot of they mama, a lot of they kids, a lot of they brothers and sisters, they didn't get ready in the courtroom and tell the God honest truth.
Fuck, nigga.
Don't get it.
Fuck with you, bro.
Y'all niggas need to get fucking killed, bro.
You snitching bitches.
From me and YSL.
Do you hear your voice on that video?
It sound like it.
And are you the one saying snitching bitches?
I said sound like. I can't say for sure if that's me that's saying that, but it sound like me.
Is the voice that says snitching bitches the one that sounds like
Yeah.
Do you recall being in that room where
I don't.
Williams
I don't recall. That's why I said it sounded like me, but I don't recall if I was there that day or not.
Do you recall ever being present in a room back in January 2015 when Defendant Williams made statements like that?
No, I don't recall.
You said you've heard that a long time ago. When's the first time you saw that video, to the best of your recollection?
I can't recall because I can't recall the first time I seen this video.
Was it prior to 2024?
No,
The first time you saw that video was in 2024?
I said no.
So was it before 2024 that you first saw the video?
Yeah, well, before 2024, I don't seen that video before.
Did you see it before 2020?
Maybe.
Did you see it before 2015?
It probably around that time, 15, 16, somewhere in there.
What did you understand the message to be in that video?
To me, I thought it was just a saying, like, because a lot of people say it all the time.
A lot of people say what?
A lot of your mom, a lot of your kids. He ain't the first person I heard say that.
Is he the first person you've heard say, y'all need to be killed?
That's what the video say.
Is he the first person you heard say that?
No. I've been in the street for a long time, Ms. Lord. I don't hear a lot of people saying people need to be killed, but I don't know the reason they saying it.
Did you hear him say, that's from me and YSL?
I heard it in the video, yes. Of course, everybody in the courtroom just heard it. You told me.
At the time that this video was made, or even at the time you first heard it, did you consider yourself YSL?
Yes.
Did you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth need to be killed?
No, that's not my belief. I believe everyone do what's best for them. So I can't determine what no one else feels. I can tell you how I feel.
Do you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth are snitching bitches?
I'm telling you the God's honest truth.
That's
Is
not
I'm
what I
snitching.
asked. I'm asking you if you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth are snitching bitches.
No, because a snitch to me, my understanding is a snitch is a person who lied on another person. So I can't say that.
You grew up with how many of your siblings?
I grew up with all my brothers.
Did any of them ever go and tell on you about stuff you did?
They used to tell my mom all the time, but I never got mad.
Okay. When they told your mama, did they always tell the truth?
No.
Okay. Now, when they told your mama stories about you, did your mama come to you and say anything about it?
Yes.
How did you respond?
He lied, Mom.
What about when they told your mama stuff that you actually did? How would you respond?
Take it on the chin.
Okay. Did you ever complain about somebody telling about stuff you actually did?
No.
Okay. Did you ever talk about it?
I probably talked about it to my mother, not no.
How would you describe somebody telling on you about something you actually did?
I don't feel no way, man, Lord. They did what I guess they feel like they did what was best for them. So
No, I'm not asking you how you felt about it. I'm asking how would you describe it? How do you speak about it? What do you say when you're talking about someone telling on you about something they actually did?
I don't speak about it.
Would you ever consider it, they told on me? Is that how you would?
I don't really know how would I put it. There's a lot of ways to put it, but I don't.
Now, telling on you, would you consider someone telling on you talking about something that you actually did?
Maybe.
Why maybe?
Maybe. If somebody tells something on you, maybe. That's what they want to do.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with a person telling on me.
Is that a phrase that you've ever used? Like, my brother told on me.
But, Lord, what we getting at? That's pointless.
Mr. Sledge, will you please answer that question for the jury?
No, then. No.
You've never said that.
You said I said it to my mother, no.
No, not to your mother. Have you ever used a phrase like, my brother told on me?
Maybe.
And in using that phrase, are you just referencing something your brother done told somebody else that you did?
He probably wouldn't tell nobody else what I did. He probably told my mother, like, if me and him, if I slapped him across the head or something, he probably told my mama, like, I'm picking on him or something.
Okay. But you would consider that him telling on you.
That ain't.
Is that right?
Yeah, because it probably was the truth if I slapped him on the head.
Okay. And if you didn't
'Cause he
slap him on the
seen it.
head,
He was there. I don't want to hit him on the head, so he know.
and if you didn't slap him on the head and he told your mom you slapped him on the head, rightly so, you'd say, you're lying on me.
No, I probably.
What was your answer?
Probably.
Okay. Now, we talked a lot about State's Exhibit 444 Yankee yesterday, those factual acknowledgments. You recall that?
No, you got to refresh my memory.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach Ms. Winfrey's desk? Showing you what was shown to you yesterday as
Oh, yeah.
State's Exhibit
You
447.
showed me this yesterday.
All right. Now, at the time that you made the statements that are referenced in that document on December 28, 2022, did you know that you were going to have to come into court and testify about those statements?
No, I actually didn't think I was going to have to come in the courtroom and testify.
Why did you think that?
Because it said, if needed. So I didn't know if you was going to need me or not.
Do you recall who all was in the room with you at the time that you made those statements on December 28th, 2022?
When I initially?
No, when you said that they were true.
I never said they was true, Ms. Love. I initially, but this ain't nothing that I brought to your attention. You brought this to my attention. I never been in a room with anyone and said this stuff was true.
All right. We'll come back to that.
Right.
All right. At the time that do you remember addressing these statements in court ever?
Yeah, I remember, like I told you yesterday, I remember when I signed, I was going to be able to get on the stand, and if you call me and explain my truth or this, but this nothing that I directly told you. This agreement, I never stated any of this stuff in this document to you or anybody else.
All right. Do you remember initialing certain terms of your plea agreement called sentencing acknowledgments?
We went through this yesterday, Ms. Love.
Do you remember initialing terms?
No, I don't remember.
Looking at page 5 of 7 of State's Exhibit 440, 444 Yankee. Without reading it out loud, does that refresh your memory?
What number you say?
Page 5 of 7.
And what you want me to read?
Looking at section 5, which goes on into page 6, does looking at that refresh your memory as to whether or not you read and initialed sentencing acknowledgments?
I probably didn't understand it.
Okay. Does looking at that document refresh your memory as to whether or not you read and acknowledged sentencing acknowledgments on December 28th, 2022?
You said, could you repeat what you said?
Does looking at 444 Yankee, the document in front of you, refresh your memory as to whether or not you read and acknowledged the sentencing acknowledgments contained on page 5 and 6?
I don't even remember reading it, but I see my initial, but I never read it to understand.
So then the document does not refresh your recollection?
I see my initial right there, and I just read it.
So do you now remember reading and acknowledging?
Yes.
Okay. Would you look at number 4 on page 6 of 7?
You said number 4?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I see that.
Is there any part of the sentence contained in number 4 that today, right here and now, you do not understand?
No, I didn't understand.
No, I'm asking you right here and now, is there any part that you do not understand?
I don't understand. Could I talk to my lawyer? Miss Judge, could I? Thank you.
Let's take a break. All right, I'm sure everybody has time to use the restroom if they need to while they confer.
acknowledgement.
When you say acknowledgments, what do you mean?
By truthfully what I know, I thought. That's what my understanding.
Did you have the same attorney you referenced yesterday in court?
Yeah. Yes.
The one that you had for 15 years. Did you have him with you when you were looking at the sentencing acknowledgments that are contained in 444 Yankee?
Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to go over each of them with your attorney?
I did, but it was a short time. It was kind of fast.
During that short time, were you comfortable enough expressing to your attorney things that you didn't understand?
Yeah, I did tell him certain things I didn't understand, but
And did you,
not every time. Not every time.
what things did you not understand that you did not talk about with your attorney?
When I signed that agreement, I just thought when I get up there, I would be able to explain my truth.
And going back to all that is in the document, do you recall raising your hand and swearing under oath to tell the truth on December 28th, 2022?
Yes, I'm telling my truth. Yes.
Is your truth different than just any other truth?
I guess.
And what do you mean by that?
I thought I would be able to explain an explanation of the reason of me signing the plea agreement.
Okay, let me ask you this. On December 28th, 2022, did you go into a courtroom in front of a judge?
Yes.
And did you swear an oath to tell the truth of every question that was asked of you?
Yes.
At the time that you swore that oath, who all was in the courtroom with you?
I want to say you and my attorney
Who else?
and Mr. Glanville.
All right.
I don't know the other people, the court reporter and stuff like that. I don't know they not.
Other than me, people that you recognize as being a part of my team, the judge, the court reporter, and deputies, was there anybody else in that courtroom with you when you raised your right hand and swore to tell the truth?
No.
After raising your hand and swearing to tell the truth, were you asked about the factual acknowledgments contained in State's 444 Yankee?
Yes.
As it relates to the factual acknowledgments, did you swear under oath that each of those factual acknowledgments is true?
Not to the ones I was trying to have you to change.
So, Mr. Sledge, would you please tell the jury your truth today regarding, let's start with the numbers. And in fact, Your Honor, the state tenders pages 3 through 7 of State's Exhibit 444 Yankee.
I object to coming into evidence, Your Honor, if it's being used just as a demonstrative and not as an objection.
It is,
Go ahead.
I'm not using it as a demonstrative. I am tendering it as substantive evidence, as a prior inconsistent statement given the witness's testimony, and given that he seems to lack an independent recollection of certain portions of it, as a past recollection recorded and as impeachment by contradiction.
I did not hear anything that needs, does not recall. I have not heard that. And he acknowledged it. He's explained his answer.
So some of this is certainly a prior inconsistent statement. I mean, it may be that it needs to be more narrowed down than that.
Mr. Sledge, I'm going to show you pages 3 through 7 of State's Exhibit 444 Yankee. And Your Honor, I've separated out the first two, and I'm
All
going
right.
to pass them back to Ms. Moore. Mr. Sledge, would you please take a look at pages 3 through 7, and without reading out loud all of those lines, read to yourself and tell the jury what numbers you are testifying today are not true. Name all of the numbers that you're saying on 444 Yankee, pages 3 through 7, that are not true today.
You said 1 through 7?
On pages 3 through 7, sitting before you now.
Okay.
You want to just use this piece of paper?
Yeah, but I
and
thought,
jot down the numbers. Just jot down the numbers of everyone that you're saying today are not true.
from my understanding, I thought we couldn't talk about 3 through 6.
Oh no, I need for you just to write down on the piece of paper in front of you each number that today you are testifying is not true. That's all I need you to do.
So there's a part 4 that is numbers 1 through 16, and then a part 5 that's 1 through 6. So just do part 4 and then part 5.
What the judge said.
I don't see one on this one, Mr. Not on 3 through 7. That what you said? Or do I need to flip on the rest of the pages?
Mr. Sledge. Mr. Sledge.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm asking you to do?
Yeah, you said write down the ones that I'm saying not true today.
Do you understand what the judge said?
You know what? Maybe just go through it one at a time. Have him look at part 4, number 1, and say, is that true or not?
All right. Well, let's do it that way.
Okay.
You keep
Oh,
the document.
I'll give
Keep
you a
back the
pen.
pen. Thank
Okay.
you. All right. Let's start with number 1. Today is your testimony that it is true or false? And to be clear, today, your your testimony today, is it true or false? Is it true or false? Number one.
I agree with some of it, not all of it.
So is number one as a whole, like the whole part of number one, is it inaccurate or accurate?
It's accurate.
Even the parts that you don't agree with, you're now saying are accurate?
I agree that it all accurate.
Why did you say that there were parts you didn't agree with?
Because I was looking at the increase of notorious street credibility.
Mr. Sledge, has anyone encouraged you to do anything other than be honest today?
No.
Okay. So would you please tell the jury whether the factual acknowledgement labeled number one under section 4 is true or false?
True.
All right. Number 2, is it true or false?
True.
Number 3, is it true or false?
True.
The whole thing.
I see the part where it say threat the harm. I didn't threat to harm him. I just made a statement.
So let's put it this way. If any part of either one of these,
But
to your testimony today, if any part is inaccurate, then we're going to call it false. Okay?
But from my understanding, I thought when I signed, I'd be able to explain. But okay, you can say true.
Mr. Sledge.
Hang on. Yes. Use your mic. I think they're back for the moment.
May I object to the form of that question, please? We're just going to call it. Let the witness testify, not the state.
Your Honor, I'm framing my question in a way or manner that the witness hopefully can clearly understand. He seems to.
Okay,
I'm trying to frame.
Can we not argue?
Hang on.
I'll rephrase the question.
Thank you.
Mr. Sledge,
Yes.
for the purposes of my questions to you right now, if you disagree with any part of any one of these statements, we will call that, for the purpose of this question, false. If you agree that the entire statement is true, we will call it true. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right. So, understanding that, number 1, is it true or false?
True.
Number 2, is it true or false?
True.
Number 3, is it true or false?
True.
All of it.
Yes, true.
Number 4, true or false?
True.
Number 5, true or false?
True.
Number 6, true or false?
True.
Number 7, true or false?
False.
Number 8, true or false?
False.
Number 9, true or false?
False.
Number 10, true or false?
I can say true.
Number 11, true or false?
True.
Number 12, true or false?
True.
Number 13, true or false?
True.
Now, looking at page 5, the sentencing acknowledgments. If you today understand the whole sentence, tell me yes, I understand. Because my question is going to be, do you understand each of these sentencing acknowledgments? Okay?
Yes.
All right. If you today do not understand any part of any particular one, then tell me no, I do not understand today.
Right.
All right. So number 1, do you understand today, number 1?
What, we went down to number 5 right here?
Yes,
So
sir.
number 1?
Yes, sir. Page 5 of 7.
Yes, part 5, number 1.
Yes.
And number 2, do you understand number 2? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 3, do you understand number 3? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 4, on page 6, do you understand number 4? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 5, do you understand number 5? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 6, do you understand number 6? Yes or no?
Yes.
And the paragraph underneath number 6, do you understand that paragraph? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you need time to look at it some more?
No.
All right. My next set of questions deal with your understanding on December 28, 2022. I'm going to ask you again about the statements underneath part 5, starting on page 5 of 7. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So now we're talking about your understanding on December 28, 2022 with the same set of rules. If you understood all of it, please answer yes. If on December 28, 2022, you did not understand any part of it, please answer no, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
All right.
All right. Can I get some clarification? Because
Yeah.
you're saying you're asking the same thing, but
And I
for
already
2 different
said-
time periods.
Thank you.
Your questions, I'm asking Ms. Love that.
No.
For number 4, previously were, is it true or false?
So, Your Honor, we're not talking about number 4.
Oh, you're just asking that about number 5.
That is
Okay.
correct.
All right. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Sledge, as it relates to part 5, beginning on page 5 of 7, and your understanding on December 28, 2022, if you understood all of it on December 28, 2022, please answer yes. If there was any part of it you didn't understand, please answer no, okay?
Yes.
All right.
I got you. I know what you're saying.
Number 1, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand though.
Number 2, on December 28, 2022, did you understand?
No, I didn't understand that one either.
Okay.
Because I didn't even know it said that.
Number 3, On December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand that one either, Ms. Lowe.
All right. Number 4, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand that one either.
Number 5, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
You just asked me about these same questions.
No, sir. I'm talking about back on December 28, 2022.
I didn't understand it.
You did not understand number 5 either?
No, ma'am.
And number 6, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't really understand that one either.
The paragraph underneath number 6, on page 6 of 7, did you understand it?
No, because I never even read this. I didn't understand.
You did not understand that paragraph?
No.
Okay. We're going to backtrack just a little bit. Would you please turn to page 5? And now, going back to the true or false answers. If any part of the factual acknowledgments I'm about to ask you about are untrue, then please answer false as it relates to today. If they are true in their entirety, please answer true as your testimony today. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Number 14 on page 507 under the section labeled factual acknowledgement. Today is your testimony that it is true or false?
Truth, I could say truth about that.
Say that again.
True.
Okay. Number 15, true or false?
True.
Number 16, true or false?
I say false, but I don't agree with everything they say in it, so I say false.
Okay. Thank you. Starting with the first factual acknowledgement you said was false. Am I correct that it was number 7 on page 407?
Yes, I told you that one was false.
Everyone before that was true. Is that right?
No, I told yes, I told you number 7, number 8, and number 9, and number 10 were false.
You said number 10 was false.
Yeah. Oh no, I said it was true. My bad. I had to read it over. I'm sorry.
Okay. So as it relates to number 7, is it the portion before the first comma or after the first comma that contains what you now say is false?
I say the one false by told.
Okay. So is there a testimony that you were never told?
I was never told.
Okay. Number 8, which part of number 8 is false?
I misunderstood that the whole thing
What did you misunderstand? What do you mean?
because I didn't know it said. Personally, I thought when my lawyer was explaining, he said responsible. I never knew it said personally. No, because I can't personally know I wasn't there.
What do you mean when you say you thought it was responsible?
Because I was charged with it, Ms. Love. That's why I was charged with the murder. So I was thinking like.
Were you indicted for murder?
No, I never got indicted for it.
Okay.
But I was
So
charged.
Yes.
That he be allowed to finish his
Yeah,
answers.
let him explain.
please continue.
Yes, I was charged by the DA office.
So how does that factor into your misunderstanding about the meaning?
Because I didn't know it said, defenseless person and no one or more YSL member that committed the murder. I don't personally know. I wasn't there and no one never spoke it to me. So I can't say I personally know.
Okay.
If I personally knew I was there, I witnessed, I seen you do it.
Okay.
But other than that, I can't say I personally know that.
What about number 9? What part of number 9 is false? All of it or just some of it? As you testified today.
He gave YSL's associate money to lay low. And that's what it say right there?
Is it your testimony today that the portion that reads, he gave YSL Associates money to lay low, is false?
Yes, that's false.
Mr. Sledge, do you have any recollection of asking?
Well, what I would say, the word, you used the word lay low. I would have used the word to get family members out of harm's way. That's what I would have used. If I'd have gave you this, that's what I would have said. I wouldn't have said he gave us money to lay low.
Is it your testimony that you did not send those words to the state through your lawyer? Is that your testimony today?
I try to get my lawyer to change this because my words was to get out of harm's way. I don't know how it still became lay low. My words and the notes that my lawyer took down, it was to get me and my family out of harm's way because on January the 10th, I was accused of the murder.
Okay.
By the streets, not by your district attorney office.
Understood. All right. Thank you for clarifying all of that. At what point, Mr. Sledge, going now to the sentencing acknowledgments, starting with number 1, where you say you understand it today, but did not understand it on December 28, 2022. What happened to cause you to understand it?
What number 1 on the first page? You
Page
lost
5
me.
of 7.
Yeah, so you lost me.
Under section 5. You want me to point it out? That one. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
All right. Do you recall telling the jury a few minutes ago, you understand it now, but didn't understand it on December 28, 2022?
I don't understand it now because I read it.
Is that the only thing that happened between today and December 28, 2022, which caused you to understand it, where you didn't understand it on December 28, 2022?
Yeah, I didn't understand on December 28, 20, whatever day it was, because I actually didn't read it.
Did you hear it?
No, it was basically when certain things were said, I was stopping, so I don't recall this even being read to me.
Okay. What about number 2? What happened to cause you to understand it today and not understand it December 28th of 2022?
I just said it wasn't read to me,
Okay.
but I actually reading it myself, I understood now. But on the day that I signed, I don't even recall this even being there. I just it was never read off to me.
Is that the same answer for number 3,
Yes.
4, 5, 6, and the paragraph up under number 6?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. So, going back to page 3 of 7, number 1. Do you remember yesterday I asked you, how were the crimes that you committed, how did you mean for them to boost the street credibility of YSL?
The boost the street credit of YSL
Yes.
probably brought females around, people wanting to hang.
Did it make people scared of YSL too?
No.
Is the crime that you were referring to in count 1 that drive-by shooting that you
I
committed?
thought we couldn't talk about that. The drive-by shooting.
Oh, yes, you can.
My drive-by shooting?
Your drive-by shooting?
Yes.
All right. And is it your testimony today that you committed or participated in that drive-by shooting
Yes.
to boost the reputation of YSL to bring females around?
No, but what I was saying, like, I just don't think it was to boost the credibility. I never knew that the question even said to boost a notorious street credibility. I didn't know the question said that at the bottom. I knew about the top part.
All right.
That's why I signed to it, because I knew me and Zachary and Gunnington
All right.
pleaded guilty to doing a drive-by shoot.
What about...
Okay. Disregard that anybody other
Oh.
than Mr.
Say it.
Sledge may have pled guilty to anything about this crime.
Right.
And I did admonish him of that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Not today. Probably yesterday, not today.
Number 3, as it relates to you only. How did threatening to harm Shell Kale count as you're acting on behalf of YSL? What did it do for YSL when you threatened to harm Shell Kale?
It didn't do nothing, because me and Shell Kell seen each other 1,000 times and it never happened. So it didn't do nothing.
Because who in Shell Kale?
I said, me and Shell Kell seen each other, me and him, seen each other 1,000 times and nothing never happened. So I don't.
You acknowledge within that statement that on behalf of YSL, you threatened to harm a person named Kale?
I never said I threatened. I said if he was looking for me, I had something for him.
All right. Do you remember earlier when you were reading section 3 of part 4 on page 3 that I asked you if any part of it was false to tell me today you count it as false, to label it false?
I probably couldn't hear you. Probably couldn't hear you as clear, but I know for a fact, like you in the video, I never threatened him. I just said if he was looking for me. I
Okay.
just
So is it,
well that part.
Testimony
I say
that-
that part down there is false.
okay, so we're going to label that as false, number 3.
Okay.
All right. Number 4, is there any part of number 4 that is false?
Yeah, the date. That's all I can see.
Okay. Other than the date, is there any part of number 4 that is false? Read it carefully.
Yeah, and I would say the video part.
So without talking about what part, just if there is any part that is false, please just tell me false.
See, I didn't even know I'd say this. Yeah, that's false too.
Mr. Sledge, did you read earlier when I was going over them? Did you read each of these?
I didn't read that part. I missed out on that. On the video part at the bottom.
Number 5. How many sentences is in number 5? Is there only one sentence?
No, it say.
No, without reading it, is there more than one sentence in number 5?
Yes.
There's more than one sentence.
No, it's one complete sentence.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Now, did you read that one complete sentence a moment ago when I asked you about number 5 under section 4?
No, I didn't read it completely. I didn't read it and understand it at first, but now I do.
So, with your new understanding,
It'll be false.
number 6. Read it, please. Fully.
Defense admitted.
No, not allowed. Not allowed.
I thought you
Yourself,
said
my
read it.
apologies. My apologies.
I see what it say now, yeah, but
Is any part of number 6 false? Because if it is, I would like for you to say false.
false.
Now, do I have it correct that your testimony today is that number 3 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 4 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 5 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 6 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 7 is not entirely true?
Yeah, number 7 is not true.
Number 8 is not entirely true?
Not true.
Number 9 is not entirely true?
Not true.
And number 16 is not entirely true.
You said 16?
Yes, sir, on page 5 of 7 at the top. Number 16.
Yes, not true.
Okay, all right.
But you remember I explained to you about number 7, 8, 9. I try to get you the 10. I try to get you I say 7, 8, and 9. I try to get you to change at the time, and you wouldn't change.
Okay, that's your testimony. All right. So, of all of the factual acknowledgments contained in section 4, from 1 to 16, is it your testimony today that the only ones that are true fully are number 1, number 2, number 10?
Object. That was a misstatement of the testimony.
Then Your Honor, that was a question that he can correct if I have it wrong.
Overruled.
Okay.
I didn't. So,
I'll start over. Is it your testimony today that of all the factual acknowledgments in section 4, from 1 to 16, the only ones that are true in their entirety are number 1, number 2, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, and number 15?
yes.
Have you had enough time to carefully read those to ensure that I've accurately stated what your testimony is?
Yes.
All right. So, if number 1 is true in its entirety, how were the crimes you committed intended to benefit YSL?
What you talking about? What, a hand signals?
No, sir.
Oh,
You said that it was true in its entirety, didn't you?
yes.
Number 1?
Yes.
So I'm talking about the part about committing crimes to benefit YSL. How have the crimes that you've committed how did you intend that they benefit YSL?
I guess to the street credibility.
What does that mean?
Street credibility.
What do you mean? You guessed
I
it,
guess
street
people
cred.
notice YSL.
Notice what about YSL?
We'll handle our business, I guess.
What now?
We'll do what we gotta do.
What does that mean?
Stand up for yourself.
Stand up for yourself how?
Defend yourself.
And what does that consist of for you? What did that consist of?
I don't get what you're asking me.
What did you mean when you said defend yourself?
Oh, defend myself from anybody in the world.
How did you defend yourself to show that nobody should mess with YSL? What ways did you do that? Is that a fair question?
I committed a drive-by shoot.
To show you don't mess with YSL.
Right.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Was that drive-by shooting against a rival gang member?
It don't say that in that question.
I'm asking you.
I didn't consider it as a rival gang member at the time.
So how was that drive-by shooting going to show anybody that you don't mess with YSL?
Cause they jumped on Gunnington.
Oh, okay.
All right, Evan, and we're going to need to break early for lunch today to accommodate an issue with one of the jurors. So I don't know if I let y'all know that before, but we're going to break right now. Okay. And we will break for, let's see. Let's come back at 12:45. All right, unless there's anything anybody needs to put on the record, I'll see everybody back at 12:45.
And we will come back around that time. Maybe not specifically at 12:30, but probably around that time. Appreciate everybody watching. This has been an interesting trial, interesting case, interesting journey. A hot, stinking mess. Like, oh my goodness, what in the what in the world is going on in the state of Georgia? This is the state of Georgia judicial system is a mess. A mess. But we'll come back after lunch. I'm about to do some things around here and take care of some stuff. We'll come back after lunch with another stream. We'll watch some more of this YSL trial and play some Raid Shadow Legends and maybe even look at some videos and look at some crypto stuff. I appreciate you all again for supporting, watching, and following my channels. Please like, subscribe, share across all platforms. I am on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Man, I forgot Twitch. I do have a podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, all of the like. Love, peace, happiness, wholeness. We out.